The best animated movies of all time, like the other best films of all time, show a cornucopia of emotions: celebration, heartbreak, joy, grief, excitement, and anger. Animated movies have a long history of tackling the more mundane aspects of everyday life, from a comedy or otherwise lighthearted film to global severe and political issues in a drama. Animation is a medium that lends itself to diverse, often tear-jerking storytelling. Box office smashes and sleeper hits make up the top animated movies of all time. It's about time to put some respect on animation and think about it outside the context of a humble cartoon. Today, we have 10 of the best animated movies of all time that you don't want to miss watching. Number 10. My Neighbor Totoro, 1988. Hayao Miyazaki's name conjures up images of some of the best animated feature films of the last 30 years for aficionados of Japanese animation. In 1988, Miyazaki published My Neighbor Totoro, which many believe to be his magnum achievement. The film follows the experiences of two young girls as they relocate to Japan after World War II to care for their elderly mother. They meet strange spirits from the nearby woodlands once they arrive. Whereas Grave of the Fireflies introduced dismal realism to war-torn Japan, My Neighbor Totoro blends history with the supernatural to offer whimsy to the world. Number 9. Persepolis, 2007. Marjane Satrapi began publishing chapters of her autobiographical graphic novel Persepolis in 2000, describing her infancy in Iran and her stay abroad. The graphic novel was regarded as a masterpiece upon its English debut in 2003, an honest memoir, a forceful piece of political critique, and a superb comic book. Then, in 2007, Satrapi teamed up with Vincent Perronoun to create a feature-length animated film based on her story. Apart from blasting her truth into your eyes at 24 frames per second, it didn't change anything. But it was, and we are, all better for it. Number 8. The Nightmare Before Christmas, 1993. The Nightmare Before Christmas introduced a whole new generation to stop-motion animation. As a result, The Nightmare Before Christmas has become a Christmas classic in its own right. Or, wait a minute, a Halloween movie? Just keep an eye on it on both days. The film features Jack Skellington, a skeleton residing in Halloween Town who discovers a gateway to Christmas Town. This film was produced by Tim Burton and directed by Henry Selick, who also directed Coraline. The film depicts his attempts to persuade his eerie village to accept the more joyous celebration, set to Danny Elfman's music. It's a haunting spin on the standard syrupy sweet Christmas material, making it an incredible, unique film worth seeing. Number 7. Inside Out, 2015. Inside Out is the most complicated film Pixar has ever made. It is groundbreaking in its portrayal of emotions and psychology, especially in a way that children and adults can understand. Riley, a young girl who moves across the nation, adjusts to her new surroundings and grows up. Seems a little dry for a children's film. Instead, we see how all this plays out in Riley's thoughts as she works through her complex feelings and learns that sometimes it's necessary to feel horrible in order to process things properly. Number 6. The Lion King, 1994. Usually, children would not queue to watch a mashup of Hamlet and the biblical stories of Joseph and Moses, but Disney managed to accomplish it with The Lion King. Elton John deserves credit for allowing Disney to introduce children to more serious topics, such as a beloved father being trampled by a stampede of wild beasts. The Lion King is one of the most heartbreaking stories ever told through American animation, and it's a must-have on the DVD shelf of American households. It used CGI animation for the first time, and it went on to become one of the most popular Broadway musicals of all time. Number 5. Finding Nemo, 2003. Pixar Studios employs some of the best storytellers in the industry, and each film they create has the ability to tug at your heartstrings, as well as make you laugh like you're 6 again. Finding Nemo is a film about love, courage, and determination that takes viewers on a journey through the ocean to reunite a family. Finding Nemo is still as popular now as it was when the movie first came out many years ago, thanks to its amusing characters, fantastic animation, and catchy soundtrack. Number 4. Toy Story, 1995. Toy Story's funny narrative and innovative imagery caused many critics to call it the finest animated film ever made. In addition to paving the way for future Pixar classics, such as The Incredibles and Monsters, Inc., not without reason, 27 animators worked tirelessly on this video, meticulously sketching every aspect, down to the tiniest blade of grass to portray the narrative of two lost toys attempting to find their way home. The blend of nostalgia, youthful amazement, and misty-eyed adult humor in Toy Story is the film's best triumph. That's the kind of mix that every kid's film aspires to. Number 3. Spirited Away, 2001. If you want the numbers, Spirited Away is one of the most successful Japanese films of all time, grossing over $275 million at the box office. If you're looking for art, look no further. Spirited Away, Miyazaki's 9th feature-length animated picture, is an actual work of art. The viewer is drawn into a dream. It transports you to a location that is not accessible by other means. The plot is straightforward, as it should be. Chihiro, a young girl, is relocating to a new location with her family. Her parents take a detour along the route, dropping the family off at what appears to be an abandoned amusement park. Chihiro then discovers a bathhouse for spirits where she is confined. Childhood estrangement and loneliness are significant themes, but Spirited Away is pure magic. Number 2. Spider-Man: Into the Spider-Verse, 2018. Not only did 2018's Best Animated Picture, and perhaps the best superhero film of the year, have a half-black, half-Latino Spider-Man who wore J's and bombed subways, but it also had Gwen Stacy as Spider-Woman, a whole pig dressed as Spider-Man, and much more. Into the Spider-Verse took the elegance of comic book art and expertly reproduced it on the screen. Sony made care to patent it so they could cash in on it in the future. On top of that, it's simply an excellent film with a great story, a lot of laughs, and a lot of action. The standard has been raised for animated superhero films. Number 1. Soul, 2020. Soul, the first Pixar picture not to be released in theaters, and the first to be referred to as a Disney Plus original, didn't let that stop the tears from falling. The film is drenched in jazz music with Tina Fey, Questlove, Felicia Rashad, John O'Rawlings, Angela Bassett, and others to flesh out this tale based around our souls. It has a fantastic lead performance from Oscar-winning actor Jamie Foxx. Even while the themes, in typical Pixar fashion, go beyond good versus evil, it's still a children's film. Soul is a magnificent picture that deserves all of its accolades during award season. It goes to the heart of what it means to live a full life. So we've counted down the 10 greatest animated movies of all time that have pushed the boundaries of what drawn lines, computerized pixels, or manipulated puppets could accomplish for filmgoers. These are the ones that scare us, move us, crack us up, and remind us of how fun and moving it is to watch cartoons with a crowd. We hope you enjoyed today's video as much as we did. Have you watched any of these? What is your favorite animated film? Share it in the comments below. Please give us a like and subscribe to our channel, District 10 TV, for more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and see you in our next video.